There you go. I'm so sorry. Welcome in, guys. Thank you so much, Samara. I'm over here chit chatting, and I have my microphone on mute. Can you hear me now? Let me know. Welcome into another Tuesday live stream, and I'm hoping that you guys are having a great Tuesday. And today's topic is cruise ship. Is Are the cruise ships worth the hype? That's what we're going to be talking about today. And I actually today I found something very cool, and I'm going to share it with you guys. I'm going to wait a little bit for everybody to come in, and then I'm going to share that information. I know it's Taco Tuesday. That is very true. It is Taco Tuesday. Are you having tacos, Samara? I'm not having tacos today. Let me know if you're having tacos. As we welcome everybody into the show, I just wanted to say it has been a great day so far today. It's just one of those blessings where you get to enjoy what you love to do and come here and talk with your community about this amazing cruise industry. Because whether we believe it or not, traveling is just going up and up, and bookings are getting harder to book because everything is pretty much sold out. I had a customer earlier today looking for something for March 31st, and everything was sold out, whether it was Royal Caribbean, Carnival, NCL, MSC, like everything is pretty much sold on this month. I think there was a couple of cabins, and the price was like 2,300 per person for a couple of days. So that's a lot of money. So it is just crazy. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying your day as much as I enjoy mine today. It's been a little bit busy here in the Traveling with Tinkerbell headquarters. It's been a little busy, but we're moving forward. I have one of my fur babies right next to me. She's just looking at me as I'm doing the live stream. She's just looking at me. Says, "Who's she talking to?" But today's show is all about the cruise hype. And I have an announcement that I want to give you guys because I noticed something. I'm not sure how many of you guys know about this, but I saw it today and I was like, ooh, this is some good information to talk to the community and let them know that there is an actual new ship you can actually book. Let me see if you know which cruise line has a brand new ship that you can actually book. Because I've seen a couple of things, but I haven't seen a whole lot about this ship. But today, as I was looking for trying to book a cruise for one of my clients, I stumbled across this new ship, and I was like, oh, well, that's kind of strange that it is now up here for ready for booking. But I just want to give you that information. So, with that being said, we're going to start the show today. Welcome in, Mama Nancy. Thank you so much for being here today. Let me push this. There you go. There we go. Now you can see me a little bit better. Welcome in, Mama Nancy. Thank you so much for being here today. Miss Nancy, we're almost there. We are what, like 30? Let me see, 30, 29. We are 29 days away. I am looking forward to meeting Miss Nancy. So we're 29 days away from that sailing. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see you guys on the group cruise. There's still some cabins available. If you're still interested in booking the group cruise with us, let me know. And I would be more than happy to book them for you. But with that being said, let's talk about what we came here for today, which is why is it all this hype about cruising? Why is everybody wanting all of a sudden go cruising? Because I don't know whether you guys know this or not. The cruise industry has gone up tremendously, and there's more people cruising than there are flying to resorts. Whether you believe it or not, we got a lot of people cruising. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you some information as to what is the hype and why is the reason and the people are actually going more towards a cruise. But I want to hear from you guys on the comments section part of it. Why is it that you guys like to cruise? Welcome in my lovely Jen and her beautiful Miss Donnell. Welcome in, guys. Thank you so much for being here. But in the comments, I want you to tell me, What is it that you enjoy the most about cruising, and why is it that you choose to cruise, more than what you would choose to go on a land, like a hotel and a flight? Look at Miss Samara. Miss Samara says, it's welcoming as long as it's Disney. I am there. Hello, Mr. Iso. How are you, John? Welcome in, sir. Thank you so much for being here today. But yeah, a lot of people don't know this. There's a lot of pros and cons to cruising. And for those of you that are coming in new to the show, I do have an announcement. There is a new ship that you can book. I actually stumbled across it today. I haven't heard too much about it, but we're going to talk about it on this show because this might be breaking news to you guys. And I was looking at an article the other day, and there we're talking about, are cruises worth the hype, the pros and the cons of cruising. And this article was really good when I was reading it, because I try to bring you guys a lot of different things when it comes around travel. And if you have any ideas that you guys want me to talk about on this specific show, because Across the Wave is more port intensive, but if there's something that you want me to talk about on this specific show, just let me know and I'll bring it on the show, and I'll research it and do a lot of stuff so that I can bring it on the show. But this article caught my eye because this is so true. A lot of people don't know this. For us people that have been cruising for a while, it's very easy for us to just, book a cruise, get on the cruise and all of that. But weirdly so, after the pandemic, a lot more people are cruising versus flying and staying at a hotel. A lot of people, according to this article, a lot of people enjoy more the cruising because it's all inclusive. But weirdly so, if you think about it, there are a lot of all-inclusives out there where you can just fly and stay at a hotel with all included, with, drinks, hotel, and everything included, no different than a cruise. The only difference is that, let's say if you were to go to Punta Cana or Cancun, that's pretty much all you're going to visit, is just that one area. Versus a cruise that you got like a couple of ports. Sometimes you got 3 or 4, depending, or a private island, on there as well. So it depends on how you like, to do your travel. But weirdly so, more people are tending more to cruising. And a lot of these people are the younger people, within their 25 all the way to like 90 something year old. But mainly the Gen what is it? The Gen X, I think it is, or C or something like that, are the ones that are actually traveling more in cruises. Weirdly so, they never used to do that, but now they're actually getting out there and doing these things. So it's kind of cool. Hello, Miss Donnell. Welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. But I'm going to give you some information. The pros of cruising, guys. What are the good things about cruising? Obviously, for each person, it'll be a little bit different. I'm sure that people out there might be saying there's nothing good about cruising. Below, you have details of the positives that you can find aboard a ship. Like for all, you have the all-inclusive on a ship, which you have. The all-inclusive is a little kind of like, you have all your meals included. You have your regular coffees, you have your regular juice, and your tap water. So now, depending on the cruise you go on, MSC you can have drinks and Wi-Fi added, and then on Virgin Voyage all of it is included, and you get a bar tab on there with the gratuities and all of that. And then you have Royal Caribbean, Norwegian, Princess Cruises, Holland America, and the rest, and Carnival Cruise Line, where it's not all included because you have to purchase a drink package. But technically it is all included because you have, welcome in, Miss M. Thank you so much for being here today. So you have a comment of the all-inclusivity on these cruises. And one of the major enticing features of cruising is that everything can be included in one price. And that is what people are loving, that they can just say, you know what, I'm going to go on this cruise. I pay whatever it is that I'm going to pay, and that's it. and you don't got to worry about flying there, getting a hotel or a resort, and then you got to pay the food and this and that. And by the end of it, you're actually are going to be spending more money that way. There will be optional add-ons such as specialty restaurants, the drinks, things like that for the drink package and more. However, there's possible to pay one price and not spend money once you're on board, unless you're going to purchase like a shirt or something like that, then you will spend that kind of a money. Food is included. The lodging is included. The drinks such as water, tea, selected juice are included. And entertainment is also included for those who are booking for a large group or for those who are booking in advance. It's great because, you have a payment plan, and you can do that with flights if you think about it. Because if you were to go on Expedia right now and you want to do like a package of flights and hotel, guess what? You have to pay it all up front. But with cruises, you can actually put a deposit, and then you have a certain amount of time, to make the payments, as long as you're not within those 90 days. So, Angie, welcome back. How are you, Mama? Welcome back. So glad to have you here. And also, a lot of people are enjoying also the cruise because of family. They love to travel with family or in groups of people. And they feel that it is so much easier to say, you know what, I'm going to get all of my family on a cruise and we're going to have the time of our lives. So when it comes to family travel, they absolutely love cruising. And they have different travel styles, like cruising can be best compromised to cater to all of us. And recently a social media post that stated that vacationers and or travelers are enjoying more the cruise life. So guys, the more people that cruise, the less cabins are out there for everybody else, and possibly a little bit of more of an expense if you think about it. So it's kind of cool when you look at it from different points of views. One of the cool things that people truly enjoy about the cruise life is that the ports of calls. A lot of people, you have some people that are more about the cruise, and then you have people that are about the port of calls. But one of the cool things that people love about cruising is that they get a taste of the different ports of calls. And then if they want to actually go there down the road, they exactly know where they want to go and visit for a longer period of time. So for those of you, that's like a little peak interest in the destinations with limited mobility or limited time. Cruises are perfect options to see different places, although the time is limited in each port. Like if there's a specific port you want to go to, then you got to see, if it's going to be a long-term time that you're going to be there. Like for instance, sometime in Nassau, you get to stay there until midnight. Sometimes you get to leave early. Some of us that like San Juan, you have Carnival that gets there at 10 and leaves at 7. But sometimes Carnival can get there at 7 and leave at 3. So it just depends, what is it that you're trying, the timing or how long you want to be staying at that port. So that could be a pro or a con when it comes to the timing possibility on these types of ports. The cons of cruising, you have, like I said, the limited times at port. That is one of the cons in cruising, because sometimes you just want to stay there for a little longer, but you just can't. So for some of you that are cruisers, you might know that, traveling will, the time that you spend could be anywhere between 8 and 10 hours at the destination. And that's not enough time to explore like the port if you truly want to get the sense of the local culture. You constantly have to be monitoring the time to ensure you're back on board on time, because you guys don't want to be pier runners, right? So you got to make sure that you're always constantly on time. Welcome in, David. Thank you so much for being here today, sir. How have you been? Another con, and I don't know if this happens to you, and if it does, put it in the comments. I would like to know. Do you even get motion sickness? I know I don't, but I know some people that do. So that's if you get motion sickness, that could be also put on the cons part of it. But think about it. If you are midship and you're like middle of the ship, you might be in good standings. And try, if you are tend to be having motion sickness, there's all sorts of medications or patches or different things that you can get to help out with these motion sickness. One of the biggest cons of cruising, is this, the motion sickness. And if you're prone to it, I recommend you choose a larger ship, as well as to be midship, so that it can help you if the seas were to get rough on you, because you don't know that until you're on the ship. Another con, and this one was kind of like a little strange to me, because yes and no, it could be a pro and it could be a con depending. Pricey excursions, guys. What do you think about excursions? Do you think the excursions are getting higher? Because I remember the excursion was a little bit cheaper, and I know for a fact, and I don't know how many of you guys have been to St. Martin, but in St. Martin, they used to have the 10 best. I don't know if you guys remember that. And it was 6 hours. And I always found it so amazing to do something like that. And now they did away with that after. Hello, Miss Tracy. Welcome in, love. Thank you so much for being here. Welcome in. Say hi to Mike for me. One of the things that I remember when I did St. Martin 10's best, it used to be 6 hours. They take you to Marigot. They take you all over the island, Maho Beach and all of this. And you get to spend like about 40 minutes in each place. And you did the 10 best. But now they actually have the same 10 best, but only 3 hours. And you get to spend like 15 minutes, because by the time they drive you from one place to another, to me, that is a con for me. I don't know for you guys, but that is a con for me. And excursion is part of the fun. It's like when you go out and you disembark the port and you're just enjoying that time with your family. So excursion is a big must on these cruise ships if you're wanting to just do more than just getting off the cruise and checking out the port. But just keep in mind, guys, some of these ports, there's nothing to check. So you got to always kind of like investigate before you go and check out the port on Google Maps and see what's around there, to see if that's a port that you just want to just check out the port, check out the local, enjoy that time, or you might want to do an excursion. Another con is stuck on a cruise, because that could happen. There are some instances when being stuck on a cruise ship does not sound so bad, but as we saw in COVID, there are different times where it can quickly turn into a nightmare, whether it's an outbreak or some other different type of disease or something going on the ship, and you could be stuck in your cabin. That is a con. So that's something for you guys to think about. So let me see. Do one special. Hold on. Do one special excursion if you want. Okay, so she was talking about the excursions. They were pricey in 2019 going to Canada. I looked recently and they are all higher. Yeah, everything, like all the prices is going up. And okay, Angie, that's pretty cool. Even though I had my patch, I got nauseous one day on the cruise. Aw, but hopefully the rest of the cruise, you had a good time. But yeah, guys, it's one of those things that you got to keep in mind, because, sometimes depending on the seas and different things, you might need a patch or so. But when it comes to excursions, I do feel the excursions are going up. I'm going to Europe, guys, and those excursions are super expensive. So if one day you do decide to do that route, just keep in mind and budget for it, because they're very expensive, to do. From my personal experience with cruising, you just have to go with the flow. There's different people. They have done 2 cruises all the way to 100 types of cruises. Just, enjoy yourself. Try not to, go on a cruise to enjoy. I know that they have either the fun times or the different types of activities, circle a couple of them, and enjoy it. But if you don't do it all, it's all good. Don't get all frustrated because you don't do it all. Another pro is cruising with family. I don't know how many of you guys cruise with family on board, but I think that is really cool, because not only you get to enjoy the cruise, but you get to enjoy it with your family, and you get everybody's kind of like different perspective, and you get to see everybody's way of cruising, because whether you think about it or not everybody cruises the same way. And I can give you some scenarios in my family. I enjoy the ports. I'm the person that I enjoy the ports. I enjoy the ship. I'm about the ship and the ports. I'm about both of them. Now, my son, Jaden, he is more laid back and more relaxing. If he doesn't go watch a show or anything like that, he's cool with it. He likes to be more on the room. He likes to enjoy his lunch, but he gets off the ports every so often, and sometimes he just stays on board. So, and then I have my daughter, Sophie, that she's 16, and she loves, cruising, because she enjoys the clubs and she just enjoys everything in cruising. So everybody in your family is going to enjoy it in a different way. Just keep in mind that when you're traveling with family, everybody travels different, and I know some people get upset because, hey, you pay all this money and you're not doing what you're supposed to do, but that's the way they travel. And, you like to travel a specific way, and you have your ways of enjoyment, and everybody else does too. So traveling with family is, I always say, is a really nice thing to do. Not only you get closer, the bond with your family and all of that, but I've seen so many families on cruise ships where I actually met a family that they started cruising in groups. And the gentleman said that they started with 20 people. And when they were on the Carnival Mardi Gras back in August of 2023, I think it was, or 2022, it was 95 people. It was not only his family, but it was his family, friends of those friends, and things like that. And now they were like about 90 something. And you could see them all over the place because they had a shirt color for every single day of the week. So I thought that was phenomenal to see something like that, and family and friends coming together. Another thing is best friends cruise. How many of you guys have done a girls cruise? I've done 6 of them myself. And let me tell you guys, it has been amazing. I don't know if you guys have ever done it, but if you guys have not, I suggest you at least try it one time, where you can bring all of your girlfriends and go on this magnificent cruise and enjoy the time. So that is also a really cool one, is having your best friends, whether it's friends from college or, friends from work, or, you're just your friends from when you were little. But I think it's really cool that you can do that kind of stuff in cruising. Now, this one, when I was reading this article, I was laughing because the third one that they had here was the mom and daughter cruise. Guys, I do that all the time. I actually have my daughter, Stephanie. We've been doing mom and daughter cruises every single year. I think this is our 8th year right now. And I enjoy the mother-daughter cruises. I'm not sure how many of you guys have done mother-daughter cruises, but let me tell you, that's a lot of fun. You get to enjoy that time with that specific child of yours, and it is so cool the things that you guys can do, especially me that I have 5 kids. I actually get to enjoy one per cruise ship, so it's really, really cool. Let me see. Miss Angie said, girls cruise with my daughter and granddaughter. I tell you, it's a lot of fun. It's a look at Dave. Nope, never. Down girls cruise. Well, you could do a guys cruise, David. You're so funny. But yeah, guys, it's just amazing the little things that you can do. You got your bachelorette. You got the solo cruising. Thank you, Samara. We were going to talk about solo cruising. You got the solo cruising community out there. Believe it or not, there's a lot of different communities out there that do cruising. Martina and I went on, I believe it was the Beyond. I could be wrong, but I think it was the Beyond. No, it was the Apex for our wedding anniversary. And there was about 200 crocheting ladies that came in. And that was, that's a thing, that's a community, and they come together. They were actually doing a 2 weeks, 14 days on the Apex. Another one is when we talk about family cruise on board. So it's a lot of fun, when you could do family cruising, girls cruise, boys cruise, bachelorette, solo cruising, you know, anything cruising that you can think of. They even have, and I don't know if you heard, like the 80s cruise, and they have Comic-Con cruises. They even have one for pets now. I think Margaritaville was doing that one where you can bring your pets, and it was like a big group with pets and stuff like that. So if you're into theme things, look for it, because I guarantee you there is a cruise out there for you. Now, one of the things on this article, which I've never been, I don't know how many of you guys have been, was visiting Antarctica, like a group cruise to Antarctica. If you have, this is what I thought when I read this article. Okay, for those of you that have prone to have seasickness, could you imagine yourself on the Drake package? I would die. I will literally die with those waves. But sometimes it's good and sometimes it don't. So if that's something that you might be interested, maybe you could do a little group and take some people to Antarctica. And the question that you have for yourself is, are cruises for you? That's really the whole thing. Are they for you? Because as far as I know, I've been doing travel. I've been a travel advisor for almost 4 years now. And I've been cruising for 16 years now. No, actually lies. I've been cruising for 11 years now. And I have not yet met somebody, whether on board or on land, that has told me cruise is not for me. So if you know of somebody, I would like to see it in the comments if you have somebody that doesn't like to cruise. But so far, guys, I've never heard that. In the contrary, I actually have new cruisers that are customers to me, and they've never cruised. And when they leave and they come back, and I place that phone call to see how everything went, they're already wanting to book another one. So one of the things that I saw on this article says, although cruises may not be my top choice for a trip, there are definitely opportunities where it's ideal option. For some people, it's a straight answer as to whether they want to cruise or not. For others, it might be a bit more complicated and depend on the number of factors. At the end of the day, do what makes you happy and what makes you smile. And I found that to be really cool, because it is very true. Sometimes, we tend, kind of like to not, you have to do what you love and what makes you happy. And I know that a lot of people love cruising and that's what makes them happy. So look at Miss Tracy. Miss Tracy was saying it's so cold in Antarctica. She goes, brrr. But yeah, guys. So what do you guys think about this article? Do you think that our cruise is worth that hype? To me, I do. Because I love cruising. I wish I was on a cruise right now, to be honest. I'm looking forward and I'm counting down the days already for my next cruise, because next month I have 2 cruises next month. One of them is on MSC World America, and the other one is my group cruise where Jen, Donnell, and Nancy will be there. Hello, Mike. How are you, sir? Welcome in, sir. Thank you so much for being here. My partner, Pam, did a Disney cruise in a balcony room with 3 teenage boys. Oh my God, poor Pam. No way, Donnell. No way. Samara, I think Samara only has, I think she has done others other than Disney, but Samara is the Disney queen. Well, guys, since we're like halfway through the show, I want to actually share this with you. And if you have heard about this new cruise that you can book, let me know in the comments, because I've known about the cruise, but I have not heard that it's been out there. And today I found it. So the cruise that I actually found today is actually, this is what I'm going to do to see if you guys know which cruise I'm talking about. I'm just going to say it's from Carnival Corporation. What new ship And don't cheat. Don't be going into Carnival and finding out what new cruise ship did Carnival just put on their itinerary. It is brand new to the Carnival fleet, and it is out there to book it today if you wanted to. Have you heard that Carnival has a new ship out there? And if you have, I want you to put the name in the comments. I want to see if you have heard before I actually blur it out and give you guys the deeds. So this is I was like shocked. I was like, my daughter would say, I was shocked with this information. It is not the Jubilee, Mr. David, because the Jubilee already came out. I didn't even know. I don't think I know it. Oh, Mike have heard. Mike, what have you heard? Another Costa ship? You know, that's what I was thinking, Danielle, that it was a Costa ship. But I don't know. I need to look into more details to see if it's a Costa ship, but I don't think so because maybe, I don't know. But this ship showed up on my information today, and I'm like, what? So, Mr. Mike, what have you heard, or what is it that you know? I would love to know. Put it in the comments to see. I want to see if you have the same name that I have, because I'm going to give you some information, and I'm also going to give you where this ship is sailing to. And it's a really cool itinerary as well, guys. It is a really cool itinerary. Carnival will be making another 3 bigger. Okay, we know that, but actually the ship is out there to sail. And I'm going to give you a hint. The ship is actually sailing on May 18th of 2026. That's a hint. Oh, no, Carnival ordered 8 ships. It is not the Star. That is actually Royal Caribbean. This is a Carnival ship. Look at everybody's like, what? Everybody's like, what? That, you know, when I read it, I'm like, I've never seen this ship before. What is Carnival doing? I haven't heard about it. But with all being said, I will tell you the cruise. Hey, Mr. Harlan, how are you, sir? Welcome in, Harlan. Okay. All right. So here is the cruise. Have you guys heard of the Carnival Encounter? Have you guys heard of that cruise? Well, the Carnival Encounter is sailing on their first voyage from Brisbane on May 18 of 2026. It is a Fiji and South Pacific from Brisbane. It's leaving on Monday, May 18 of 2026 out of Brisbane. And it is going to have 2 sea days. And it's going to this mystery island. It has another sea day. And then it's Lautoka. I need to maybe get some of these names and do it on Across the Wave. Dravini Island, another sea day. Port Villa, Lifu, 2 sea days, and then back to Brisbane. Well, yeah, back to Brisbane. You guys have never heard of this? If you guys were to go right now and log into carnival.com, you will find this Carnival Encounter. Guys, I knew about the encounter, but I haven't heard anything that Carnival put it out there. And it is crazy. It is crazy. But I actually saw it this day because I was actually booking somebody on Carnival. And I'm like, Carnival Encounter. And when I clicked on it, after obviously I helped the customer first, I clicked on it and I'm like, I haven't heard anything about this ship. How come are they booking on this? But yeah. Dave says, I do remember hearing, now I forget. There will be a Carnival Adventure out of Sydney also. Not sure if that's the sale day. No, because the ship name is Carnival Encounter. So it's not the adventure. So it's just weird, Jen. And if you go on their website, the cruise is there for you to book. It's crazy because I was actually looking at it to book it. And right now it's a 12-day Fiji and South Pacific on the Carnival Encounter. The interior, and it's only one sailing. Is what is weird. It's only one sailing. The interior cabin for two people on that encounter, which is it's called the Endless Escape. An interior room, the cheapest room is going for $2,022.66 with a $50 onboard credit. So hey, if you're looking into something like this, maybe you want to check out the Carnival Encounter. I actually was looking at some of the pictures of the Carnival Encounter online, and this looks like a really cool ship, to be honest with you. So, and it says that it's a Pacific Encounter, is Grandless cruise ship operator. I think it's a P&O, because I don't know if you guys know, but P&O is no longer, they actually did away with all those ships. So I'm thinking that that's probably where that encounter came. That ship looks like the Caribbean Princess ship. It really does. I think that's a P&O ship, because I don't know if you guys knew that Carnival did away with P&O. So P&O, all of their ships are being shifted. So I'm thinking that one is actually called the Carnival Encounter, and is being moved into the Carnival fleet, and it's going to be over there on that side. But it's kind of like strange, because I've been knowing about the P&O, but they haven't really mentioned any too much about this Carnival Encounter ship. So it's just information for you guys. So maybe you guys heard it here first, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I can't wait. But I do agree with you, Mike. It does look like a princess ship. So it's kind of like a little bit strange, right? When you look at the ship, and because now you have Costa ships coming into Carnival, and now the P&O ships. Jen says, what I meant was there will be both encounter. Oh, not sure when adventure was. Oh, got you, Mama. Okay, I got you. So yeah, there you have it, guys. The encounter is in the house. It's crazy, like the things that you find, like when you're booking cruises, because I'm so used to seeing like all the cruise names, and then I saw that one. I'm like, well, that's kind of like strange. Like, where does that come from? And I haven't seen. Let me see. It was the Adventure there. Let me see. Let me see the ships. Oh yeah, the Carnival Adventure is also there. Look at you, Jen. Look at you, girl. Oh, I can't wait to give you guys a hug. Yeah, the Carnival Adventure is also there. So you have Carnival Adventure and Carnival Encounter. All right, so I'm going to name them all just in case. So we got Carnival Adventure, the Breeze, the Celebration, the Conquest, the Dream, Elation, Encounter, Firenze, Freedom, Glory, Horizon, Jubilee, Legend, Liberty, Luminosa, Magic, Miracle, Panorama, Paradise, Pride, Radiance, Spirit, Splendor, Sunrise, Sunshine, Valor, Venecia, Vista, and the Mardi Gras. And the Carnival Adventure is also a 12-day Fiji on May 4th of 2024. So one is doing one, and the other one is doing the other trip. Pretty cool, guys. So yeah, check you out, Miss Jen. Check you out. It's a Pacific Encounter now. Yeah, it's crazy. I looked it up. I've never heard of. I know that P&O was going away, but I've never heard that. That they were good. I guess they switched them fairly quickly. I guess minimal. I guess they have to do minimal changes on it. But it's until next year. So maybe by the time next year rolls around, the ships will be ready with all the Carnival, stuff on it. So it's really good. So look at that, Adventure and Encounter. I'm over here happy because I found one, and Jen knew about the other one. So thank you, Miss Jen, for that. So now you all know, if you ever want to go to Fiji, you got Adventure and Encounter to do that. And actually, the prices were not that bad. It's no different than, the only problem is flying out there is the only problem, unless you find one of those cruises, a repositioning or something, they can get you as close as possible over there. Tinkerbell, your group cruise starts when we are in Cozumel. Really? Oh my God. You're going to be in Cozumel? Oh, I love it. I love it. I know my group cruise is coming soon on April 20th. So in 29 days, I get to see all my friends and we're going to have a great time. It's Pacific Encounter now. I looked it up. But so right now, so it's Pacific Encounter, but I'm gonna guess by then it's gonna be called the Carnival Encounter. But it's kind of like really cool because well, that 2026 is next year, so they already having sales going on for those specific for those two ships. But they only have two itineraries, and that's all they have. They don't have anything after that one specific itinerary. So I don't know if they're gonna revamp in that itinerary and then they're gonna move into something different. And I don't know if those ships will be ever coming this way. I'm not sure. So for those people that kind of like to like be on all the Carnival ships, then maybe they're gonna have to go that way to get them. Because I know Pero DJ, they have almost done the whole fleet, but every now they're starting to put in more. So eventually they're gonna have to try and get on those different types of ships. So I figured that it was a good information for you guys when I saw it today, because I'd never seen that, at least those two ships up until today when I was actually booking a cruise. So it's always good to know there's something different. And I know that Carnival actually ordered 8 ships. I know that Royal has the start of the Seas coming out in August of this year, and then they got the Legends of the Seas, but that Legend is not going to be here. That one is going overseas. So if you ever want to go on Legends, you guys got to go overseas to get on Legend. So yeah, there's a lot of people. Disney also has new ships coming in, like the Destiny is coming out new on Disney, and because we just got Treasures. So Destiny's coming in soon, and I think they're ordering more ships. MSC is ordering more ships too. So I haven't heard NCL ordering new ships, to be honest with you, other than I think is they got the Viva, the Aqua, and the Luna is coming also on their fleet, but I haven't heard anything after Luna that I know of so far. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of ships for everybody, but weirdly so, guys, because that's the thing. There's so many people traveling on cruises that we need more cruises to put more people in. I hope the Jubilee stays around for a bit. Well, the Jubilee is a brand new ship, and the Jubilee, in order for you to get on that ship, it's going to be in Galveston because the Jubilee belongs to that port, and it's always going to be in Galveston. I don't think you will ever see that ship, here in Florida or any other part of the world, because that ship belongs to Texas. So no different than Mardi Gras to Port Canaveral and Celebration to Miami. The Icon is in Miami. The Start will be in Port Canaveral. You got the Celebration, another Celebrity Equinox in Port Canaveral. Then you have the Apex, the Edge, the Beyond, the Ascent in Fort Lauderdale. So I know that there's going to be more celebrity ships coming to Port Canaveral as well. And there's a lot of ships, guys. There's tons of ships that are in, like, there's like Independence, Freedom, and those types of ships. They switch between Port Canaveral and Miami. I know that Wonder of the Seas, if you ever wanted to see Wonder soon is going to be doing 3 and 4 days, like Utopia. Let me see. Allure is now doing 3 and 4, but eventually it's going to be doing 7 days. So Allure is going to be changing to the 7 days, and then Wonder is going to be taking the 3 and 4 days. So they're switching their itineraries, and you got Symphony, Harmony, and those ships doesn't have like a specific port because they actually go all over, like to international and back. So it just depends. Like Prima doesn't have like a specific port. She's everywhere. So depending on where Prima is, or if you want to get on Prima, then you got to wait until she comes either to a port closer to you so you can get on Prima and things like that. We have a bunch of new ships in Galveston. Yeah, Galveston is pretty good because they really need it. To be honest with you, Miss Tracy, they really needed more ships in Galveston. Hello, Miss Katie. How are you, love? What is our topic of discussion today? The topic of discussion, Miss Katie, was the cruise ships worth the hype? So if you just got into the show, check out the replay because I think you're going to have a great information on there. And right now we're talking about Carnival. The Carnival just added two new ships to their fleet, which is the Carnival Adventure and the Carnival oh, now I forgot what the other one was. Encounter. So you got the Adventure and the Encounter. And that's what we were talking about, all the different ships. But you're absolutely right, Miss Tracy. Um, Galveston needed more ships, and that is really cool that they actually have more to offer in Galveston. What I think Galveston is failing to have is I think they need a bigger port and they need to kind of like revamp that port to look a little bit more, much better. And I guess the way that the port is and the things, a lot of people complain about it because they're not structured. And I think they need a little bit more kind of like hotel space or more different things for the people that are traveling. Because if you think about it, if you're going to go to Galveston, you got to fly into Houston. And then it's no different than Port Canaveral. You got to take a bus or something from Houston all the way to Galveston. And you got to spend the night if you're coming in the day before. So they actually need a little bit of more over there in Galveston. There are buildings, they're building new ports up there, but I know that Princess, MSC, NCL, Carnival, Royal, they're starting to, and I know that eventually Celebrity will be over there in Galveston too. No, there is no airport in Galveston, and you have to fly in through Houston, and then you got to get transportation from Houston to Galveston. Now, if you're traveling the day before, then either you need to rent the car or you need transportation to get you into Galveston, and then you can stay in one of their hotels there. But eventually, what I guess they're trying to figure out, because think about it, the more ships you're bringing in, the more people are going to travel. So you got a lot of people in Texas that is going to be that they love that there's like brand new ships because now they can get into all these other ships that they were able to either fly to Florida. Now they could get them in Galveston. But there's a lot of people that have never been to Galveston that want to try getting on a ship from there. So now you're going to need more hotel space for all these other people because the more ships you bring, the more revenue and the bigger it gets. So that's pretty much what Galveston is working with right now. I know they need an airport, but Galveston is an island. It's very little. So, and they don't have very much over there. If you map Galveston, the port of Galveston is very tiny. They don't have a whole lot. It's not like Port Canaveral or anything like that. It's very, very tiny. We are 4 hours away from Galveston. See? And I know, Mike, I know you've been to Galveston because I think you guys get out of, different ships over there. And you can probably in the comments let everybody know how big Galveston is. Barbie will build one. Not Barbie. Oh my God, Samara. Oh my God. Samara and I talk to Samara like almost every day. Well, actually every day. And we always be laughing. That girl makes me laugh. So I love you, girl. And I send you a big hug, Samara. You always make my day brighter when I see your craziness on your text messages. Yeah, it's kind of like, well, think about it. If Mike says that it's about 4 hours from where he lives to Galveston, it's the same amount of time from my house to the port of Miami or the port of Fort Lauderdale, the Port Everglades. So it's about the same distance. It's about 4 hours that I drive to go to Miami or Port Everglades in Fort Lauderdale. So yeah, it's not that bad. It's better than having to fly, to be honest. Yep, it's better than having to do that expense and flying all the way over there. But I would think that Mike and Tracy, if they leave out of Galveston, they probably take their own car, just park it there, go on their trip, get on their car, and back home they are. And by the time you know it, 4 hours later, they'll be home. She knows Tamara. Yes, I love Samara. We always be talking about all sorts of stuff. Um, but yeah, guys, and hopefully, with everything going on today, a lot of people has. I've even asked. I have asked. People have asked me the question: has the cruise industry has gone down a little bit in bookings? No, it has not. It's actually better than what it was last year. So even with everything that's going on today. So yes, we drive down there. How was Sawgrass Mill? It was great. It was great. I had a fun time. I had a fun time over there. um, but see, Mike says that they go down there a day or two before the cruise to enjoy the city. And I've heard very good things. If you guys have not left out of Galveston, I actually heard very good things of Galveston. It's a really nice small city, and it's not too much to do, but it's really nice for you to kind of like encounter. I think that if I'm not mistaken, there's like a really cool like barbecue place up there. And I don't know if I'm correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, but there's something that people talk about Galveston, even though it's Texas, everything is bigger in Texas. But I know that there's like some sort of barbecue place or something that you go eat and the line is outrageous. I don't know if it's a place or if it's a food truck, but something like that I've heard over there in Texas. It's crazy, guys. It is insane the things that you see in Texas. And I've been to Texas because my mother-in-law lives in Texas. And we actually, guys, whether you believe it or not, we actually drive there. And I'm not a person that I enjoy driving because I don't like long distance driving. I could drive to the port of Miami. I could do like the 4 hours, but when you start saying, "Oh, I'm going to be on the road for 16 to 20 hours," but my husband and I do it, and we break it down because he knows I don't like it. So we kind of like do like 10 hours and then we sleep and stay somewhere and then we pick it up the next day. They have Buc-ee's. Oh, Buc-ee's is amazing, guys. It is amazing. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the long distance, guys. I am not a fan. I don't see why how people enjoy. My mom loves that kind of stuff. She loves to get on a car, and I guess because she doesn't drive. But I don't know about how. Do you guys like long distance driving? I don't like it. I have to do it, because I'm going next week. I'll be in Missouri. I'm gonna go see my grandson, so I'll be doing a long distance driving, but I'm taking my kids, and everybody's gonna take a turn. And the pleasure of and okay, hold on. And the Pleasure Pier in Galveston Island. Oh, okay, that is pretty cool. I would never eat in Bucky's. Why would you not eat there? Explain to me, Miss M. We drive because I don't fly. You see, Miss Angie, what I'm talking about? It see there, but but that's one of your reasons. See, do you enjoy the drive when you're driving? You like it, or do you guys just go straight, or you guys just kind of like break it down? Look at Miss Katie. Miss Katie says, "I love it. She loves driving." Oh my God, everybody's gonna look at me like she doesn't like to drive. I heard that I heard what their nuggets are. Nuggets? Are you talking about the beaver nuggets? Is that what you're talking about? I drive up to Massachusetts. Oh, okay. Is it a long distance drive for you, Miss Katie? Like a couple of hours or like a whole 20 something hours or plus? Oh my God, Miss Judy, how are you, my love? I haven't talked to you in a good minute. You gotta call me. We gotta catch up. We break it down into a cup. See, and that's what I'm talking. I don't mind, Angie, to be honest. If my husband and I, that's how we do it. We break it down. But you know what it is to just do like 20 something hours straight? That's insane to me. That's insane. And whether it's insane, I'm gonna be doing that next weekend because my kids don't want to stop anywhere. They just want to go straight. Yes, the never nuggets. I'm gonna have to call you, and we're gonna talk about that one outside of this call. Yeah, the beaver nuggets. I heard that they are. I heard what they are. Just say, you know what? I don't eat beaver nuggets. I've heard about the beaver nuggets. I tried them one time. I was not a fan of it, but A lot of people do like them, and they sell out like if it was madness. Because I've been to Bucky's and people just walk in there and boom, the beaver nugget bath is inside the cart. um, I stopped 3 nights and visit friends. Oh, that's awesome! That is really cool. Look at that. That is awesome. I delete that message. I don't know why I deleted it in your head. Oh my God. Um, there is a place called the House of Pies that serve more than just homemade desserts pie, plus full Southern cooking menus just before you get to Galveston Island in Texas City. Guys, if you're ever going to Galveston, take a picture of this or save it. Save that information. House of Pies. Mr. Mike and Miss Tracy recommend the House of Pies for you guys like that. So check it out. Um, they have great brisket sandwich. They really do. They really do. I enjoy Bucky's, and I know that when we go on our trip next week, I know there's going to be a Bucky's trip on there, so I might do a little short in Bucky's. I actually have a couple of shorts, and one of the times that I went to Bucky, the actual Bucky was there, so I actually have a little short on Bucky's. That is so cool, guys. Oh my God, we've been here an hour already. Man, time just flies. So yeah, guys, I hopefully that you guys enjoy, the show today. Miss Katie, if you miss half of the show, just watch the replay. It's a lot of great information for you. And if you need anything, Miss Katie, you got my number. Just call me, and I'd be more than happy to share any of that information with you. But welcome in. That's true, Miss Judy. Welcome in, Judy. Give me a call because we got to catch up. We haven't. Oh my God! Welcome in, Miss Kim. How are you? How are you, my love? Thank you so much for being here. Oh, wait, hold on. Gate. Oh my God, I'm gonna butcher this name, Mike. Guido Seafood and Katie Seafood on Galveston Island. Look at that, guy. See, Mike. Mike, I'm gonna have to do another Galveston show, and you're gonna have to give us some of these information so I could bring it on the show. I will, Miss Tracy. Thank you so much for thinking about my mom. I will tell my mom you said hello. Maybe one of these days we could do another cruise, and I will bring my mom along. And she really enjoy, you guys' company and all of that. She always remembers you guys. I actually saw my mom this weekend, and weirdly, so we were talking about the cruise because she wants to go on Star of the Seas, and I've been telling her, but she just didn't say anything. And now she goes, "Are we going on that cruise?" And I said, "Well, you never told me. We were on the cruise last time, and you said no." So, but she always talks about you every time we bring up the cruise. But I'll let her know. Thank you so much, Miss Tracy. You're welcome. I'm glad that you guys enjoy this show, guys. Like always, I will see you next week on another show. Tomorrow, we're coming on Across the Wave. We're going to be doing Israel. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to Haifa tomorrow, guys. So come back tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. With this being said, guys, please stay safe. God bless each and every one of you guys. I love you guys all to the moon and back. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Toodaloo. Bye-bye. I love you guys. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Take care. Be safe.